Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is an American actress and singer, best known for her Scream Queen roles in the horror films Final Destination 3, Black Christmas, Death Proof, The Thing, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and 10 Cloverfield Lane. She appeared as John McClane's daughter Lucy in the fourth and fifth films in the Die Hard franchise, Ramona Flowers in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Leah in The Beauty Inside, and Kate Hannah, an alcoholic struggling with sobriety in the Sundance drama Smashed. Her singing career started in 2013 with her formation of the music duo Got a Girl with Dan the Automator. Early life. The youngest of 5 children of Betty Lou Winstead and James Ronald Winstead, Mary Elizabeth Winstead was born in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Her grandfather was a cousin of actress Ava Gardner. When she was 5 years old, her family moved to Sandy, Utah, a Salt Lake City suburb. She attended Peruvian Park Elementary, where she took advanced classes. A talented dancer and singer, Winstead studied dance in a Joffrey Ballet summer program in Chicago, Illinois, and sang in the International Children's Choir. During her youth, Winstead initially hoped to pursue a career as a ballerina and appeared in local ballet productions. As she entered her teens, Winstead was forced to quit ballet due to her height. She later stated, "I realized pretty early on that I was already too tall by the time I was 13. You know, your body has to stay that way for your entire life, and it's pretty hard on your muscles and your bones." Realizing that a dance career was unlikely, Winstead turned to acting. As she was still a teenager at the time, this required her to be homeschooled through most of high school. 1997-2004 Early acting credits. Winstead appeared in a production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat starring Donny Osmond. After her brief performance in that show, Winstead began making appearances in various television series and earned guest roles in Touched by an Angel and Promised Land. She gained her first major role as Jessica Bennett in the NBC soap opera Passions. From 1999 to 2000, she left to pursue other interests, later stating, "I really had one of the smallest roles on Passions, so I didn't get too involved. I was able to leave pretty easily." Winstead's next significant television role was in the short-lived CBS drama series Wolf Lake, as the daughter of Tim Matheson's character. The series was cancelled after 10 episodes. In 2004, Winstead played a supporting role in MTV's made-for-television film Monster Island. She was offered a role in the film A Cinderella Story, but turned it down as she had just graduated from school and was going on a cruise with friends. 2005-2011 Breakthrough. Following a minor role in the indie comedy Checking Out, she took on a larger role as a school senior turned the main antagonist in the Walt Disney Pictures film Sky High, about an airborne school for teenage superheroes. Winstead said of her role, "I bounced around. I was either the hero of the sidekicks or the sidekick to the heroes." The film was released on July 29, 2005, receiving favorable reviews, and budgeted at $35 million. It grossed $63.9 million domestically. Winstead then began working with filmmakers James Wong and Glenn Morgan, previously known for their contributions to The X-Files. She starred in the 2006 horror movie Final Destination 3 as lead character Wendy Christensen, the beleaguered heroine who experiences the premonition that sets the story in motion. The production was a commercial success, but received a mixed response from critics. Winstead's performance fared positively with reviewers. James Berardinelli stated she does as competent a job as one could expect in these dire circumstances, while Felix Gonzalez, Jr. found her likable in her role. Winstead would collaborate again with Morgan and Wong later that year, in the slasher film Black Christmas. The movie, a loose remake of the 1974 film of the same name, follows a group of sorority sisters who are stalked and murdered by the house's former inhabitants during a winter storm. It received poor reviews, but earned her a nomination for Scream Queen at the 2007 Scream Awards. Winstead got a chance to lampoon horror scream queens when Tonight Show host Jay Leno, unaware of who she was, knocked on her front door and included her in a comedy segment spoofing horror films. She appeared in Emilio Estevez's Bobby, a 2006 film depicting the last hours of Robert F. Kennedy. Winstead became interested in Bobby after learning that Anthony Hopkins would appear in the film. A moderate box office success in selected theaters, Bobby received mixed reviews, with many criticisms directed at the film's script. The film's cast was nominated for the Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Cast in a Motion Picture, but won the Hollywood Film Festival Award for Best Ensemble Cast. In 2007, Winstead appeared in a pair of high-profile event films. Quentin Tarantino cast her as a well-intentioned, but vapid and naive actress in Death Proof, his high-speed segment of the double-feature exploitation horror Grindhouse. She appeared alongside Rosario Dawson, Tracy Toms, Zoe Bell, and Kurt Russell in the movie's second part, which followed a psychopathic stuntman, played by Russell, stalking and murdering young women. It is the second film to feature Winstead with Russell, although she only filmed scenes with Dawson, Toms, and Bell. The production underperformed commercially, but attracted significant media buzz and critical acclaim. Variety magazine noted that Death Proof proves its worth as a standalone feature and found Winstead's emergence to be one agreeable plus to the movie. Her next film appearance of the year was opposite Bruce Willis in Live Free or Die Hard, portraying John McClane's estranged daughter, Lucy. The movie grossed $383.5 million and was highly acclaimed. She starred in a lead role in Make It Happen, a dance film. The film went straight to DVD in the United States, and fared poorly in its UK release. Nevertheless, it proved a delight for Winstead, who once dreamed of being a dancer. Critics agreed that she was the film's best asset. Reviewer Mike Martin wrote, "Winstead infuses every moment with an amazing amount of charm." Matthew Turner of View London wrote, "Winstead compensates for the generally poor direction." Winstead co-starred opposite Michael Cera in the film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, an adaptation of the comic book Scott Pilgrim, under the direction of Edgar Wright. Her role was Ramona Flowers, a mysterious delivery girl and Scott's love interest. Winstead went through fight training for 2 months and performed most of her own stunts. Filming occurred from March to August 2009, and the film was released in late 2010. To critical acclaim, but poor box office returns. Winstead's performance was well received generally, and earned her a Teen Choice Awards nomination for Choice Actress Action. Winstead was cast as the lead female in the 2011 prequel film to 1982's The Thing, which followed a group of scientists who discover an alien buried deep in the ice of Antarctica, realizing too late that it is still alive. Winstead portrayed paleontologist Dr. Kate Lloyd, a character she based on her sister, a neurologist. The production received a U.S. theatrical release on October 14, 2011, garnering a mixed critical reception and little commercial interest. Critics singled out Winstead for praise in her performance, with Las Vegas Weekly asserting that she makes for an appealing protagonist, and Kate is portrayed as competent without being thrust into some unlikely action hero role. Thank you for watching, brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.